Good evening, everyone. This is regular monthly meeting of the Southwick Agricultural Commission. It is May 8th, 2024. We are recording the meeting. We do have a quorum with myself, Bert Hanson, Jessica Whitmore Parker, Zach Barnett, Angie Simone. And that's it in terms of, we have Cindy Barton and Inga Hoteling too, but that doesn't count towards a quorum. So, we can get going. Couple of quick things for communications. Today's Westfield News has a nice, you can see it on the owl, whatever. Anyway, nice article about their community garden from today's Westfield News. Gardener Al Rancho on the cover, and then inside. Dan and Ron doing the tilling. So that's no, I was happy to see that. Even though how many people see print news these days? I don't know. I also sent around to you guys. I got updated farmers market material, the Springfield farmers market that Angie sent. And it still wasn't quite clear because it still said Saturdays and
It is on Saturdays.
it is on Saturdays.
It is on Saturdays.
Oh.
Last time they tried to do it, it was on Sundays and that didn't work.
Oh,
So it is on
okay.
Saturdays.
Okay. It is on Saturdays, all right. And a clarification about the cost, so it's 120 for the whole season. Let's see, that's all I
Yeah,
have.
originally it did say Sunday and they crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I have for communications. Public comment, did you say, Angie, you had
Yes,
something?
so as a member also of the Southwick Land Trust, we're going around to all of the boards and commissions to kind of introduce ourselves. I know you guys got a sneak peek already with Marissa.
Yeah.
So we're just going around and we're officially inviting everyone to the first annual Southwick Spiff Up. It's going to be the cleanup, and we're co-sponsored by the Southwick Rotary Club and in partnership with the Great Global Cleanup. And it's going to be May 18th from 9 to 11, rain or shine. And it's gonna start at 9 at the Daily Grind, and then we'll like hang out for a little bit and they're gonna have coffee and donuts. And then we'll form groups and head out from there.
Do they have like plans of where to send people?
Yes, yeah, we have all different like routes.
Yeah.
Like roadways or like
Roadways.
Yeah.
trails and stuff too, or no?
I tried to sneak in the Sofinowski, but I heard it was just roadways.
Okay,
No, there might be like some playgrounds.
Yeah.
For like
okay.
family friendly
I know
areas,
sometimes people camp and forage and stuff like that.
right,
I think that's another group that does that.
I could mention,
Or it could be another day.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for that. We're happy to. Do you guys have your next meeting scheduled yet?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
I have a question.
Sure, Inga Hoteling.
Inga
Klein Road.
Hoteling, 45 Klein Road. Angie, I know when we were at the last AdCom meeting, Marissa was going to take stock on safety vest. Any update if there's any additional safety vests needed for participants?
At this moment, we're kind of up in the air because we were going to ask the Rotary Club to see if they could sponsor that, but we haven't received an answer yet.
Okay.
So we should have an answer by tomorrow night, and I can let you know.
Okay, because in the bags that Bert has from Open Farm Day, there's at least 2 to 3 vests in each one of those bags.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have counted them, but I didn't, but there's a bunch.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah, there's
We're
quite a
probably
few.
need more too.
Mm,
So,
okay, thank you.
okay, good.
Okay,
And we had talked at our last meeting about Southwick Land Trust and EDC co-sponsoring the Open Farm Day. So I don't know, should I come tomorrow and make an
Tomorrow?
official invitation?
Right now, we're just planning the cleanup,
Okay,
so maybe after our next meeting
Yeah,
after that,
okay.
yeah.
Are your meetings open to the public or by
Not
invite only?
currently, but I mean, I think once we're just trying to get through this first event,
Yeah.
and then I think after that, we'll figure everything out.
Okay. And Inga, EDC meets next Wednesday, yes?
Correct.
15th?
May
Yeah.
15th, or excuse me, May 14th?
Oh,
No,
14th.
excuse me, May 15th, yes.
Mhm.
And I already have Marissa and Angie on the agenda. First thing to introduce the land trust to the EDC.
Thank you.
Marissa and I were at the planning board meeting last night that was canceled because they didn't have a quorum.
Mhm.
So we talked about it then.
Yeah, okay, good. Good. Mm. Okay, our membership for next year. There's actually a handout here and I emailed everyone.
Email, yeah.
Yeah. Two. So just a kind of a check-in as to where we are right now. We talked last time that Sage and Zach could potentially be chair and vice chair. There's not a co-chair
No, yeah.
situation, so it's chair and vice chair. And what we'll do,
I read through the handbook quite a bit.
oh, good, thank you. I've actually not done that. Talking to Diane Gales, what we'll do is the first meeting after all the appointments are made, we should have one vote that would say the vice chair can act on behalf of the chair. You know,
It does say that in the handbook,
as-
actually, it's already default.
Mhm.
Oh, it is,
Yep.
okay. Oh, she thought we should have a vote on it.
Or
Wouldn't
We
prob-
we can back it up, sure.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it does specify all that
Yeah.
in the handbook.
And so as it stands right now, Jennifer has applied to become a full commissioner.
Cool.
Which I'm pretty sure will, work. Tammy is stepping down, but she wants to be a friend of
Oh,
Ag.
Sage is here.
Oh, here's Sage. Hey, Sage.
Hello.
We were disoriented since you weren't on, half an hour ago.
Are you in a different time zone?
No, I'm driving home actually,
Okay,
Nice.
good.
but unfortunately I won't be home until the next hour. So
Hmm,
I
okay,
was trying to make it before the meeting, but I didn't realize it was already 7.
Well, keep your eyes on the road.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for joining.
Yes,
That's good. We're
Good to see you.
So we're just kind of talking about our lineup for next year with you as chair, Zach as vice chair, and obviously the commission votes on who's chair and vice
Is he
chair.
gonna be chair or? I thought he couldn't.
I'd
be
rather
chair.
have Zach be chair because I'm not on the ground.
All right, okay,
Yeah, because he's not around enough. again.
right.
I'd rather stay vice this way.
You
I
break
really
up.
should be backup because I'm traveling.
Yeah, okay,
And that's all right with you, Zach.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean,
Yeah.
we can switch it down the road if we need to or whatever.
I just don't want to end up messing things up because I'm not around, I can't talk to people like I need to be able to.
hmm, right.
Yeah,
Right, okay, well, that's a good solution. Now, on the town website, Angie, it says that your term is up this June
Yes,
too,
yes, I
So, okay.
reapplied,
and so that would be a 3-year,
Mhm.
because you're a full commissioner, right?
yes.
as full commissioner, yeah, continuing on as full commissioner. Ron's not up till 2025, Dan's not up till 2026. Jen as an alternate is up this year, but applying to be a full commissioner. Lenita wants to stay on as an alternate. Tammy is stepping down, but wants to be a friend of Ag. In other words, open farm day,
Yeah.
other events.
Mhm.
She wants to be able to help out, but doesn't want to have an official role. And we have Tom and Jessica, and I don't know if you, Jess, might want to step up to be a full commissioner, or if Tom might. I mean, there's.
Yeah, I'd already reapplied to re-up my alternate. but I don't think I'm gonna step up this year just with just having a baby. I just stepped down from the riding club
Yeah.
president, so I don't wanna step up to something that I can't maintain, so
Right.
I'd rather just
Right.
stay as an alternate, do what I can, and
Yeah.
then maybe next
Yeah.
year,
okay.
there's
Yeah,
room for
Tom,
me.
Tom signs on, we should ask him.
Yeah.
He probably already put his letter of intent in, I'm guessing.
I'm not sure. I thought he
He was-
had, but I haven't,
Okay, you haven't heard about
I
it.
haven't heard
We
or
can
haven't
talk.
seen it either.
Okay,
We'll see. I mean, he's got this crazy schedule with his kids and sports
Yeah.
coming up. I mean, they're not even in Massachusetts. They're
Yeah.
kinda like Portland, Connecticut or someplace, you know, so he's gonna a lot of time in the
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
do we have any new people that wanna join, that we know of?
Not that I know of, and we can, so if you guys, you know of anyone, or I'll ask, the select board
Yeah,
as well, if they know of anyone.
and last year, tons of people wanted to join.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Do you have to live in town?
that's a good question,
Didn't
I
the,
think you have to.
which it's actually come up and I haven't confirmed. I don't know if that,
I'm gonna print it out.
Well, I think if I remember correctly, because I went to one of the select board meetings, I think as long as you own property in Southwick, you
Yeah.
actually can't apply.
If you have business in town, I think.
Some kind of property. You gotta have establishment, that's all.
yeah. So to me, an obvious possibility would be Alex Prifty. He comes to a lot of meetings anyway. He owns a business in town.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with him.
Okay.
Can I add something to that?
Absolutely.
Okay, Serena Fuller is on my Economic Development Commission. She's been there for years, along with Craig Samuelson. They both own businesses in Southwick, but they live in Westfield.
Okay,
So it can be done.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's an example of how they're on a commission.
Yep.
But they don't
Right,
live here.
they are
Okay.
business owners.
that
Okay,
works.
good, thank you.
Yeah, Alex would be great to have.
yeah.
Okay. I think that's that. For now, who else has come? Well, Dwight has come to our meetings.
Yeah, maybe him or his wife,
Yeah,
Karen. I don't know if he has time. Well,
Yeah,
right.
it's tough, but.
Yeah.
I tried to, I had said to Karen before that she should try, but. I don't know. Try again.
Yeah. I see the field is tilled where the sunflowers will be.
Oh, yeah?
That's good.
oh, cool. I haven't been down there yet. I just filled my garden. I broke my rototiller
I don't know.
multiple times.
Do we know the age,
The age?
of the person to come on the board officially? Because isn't Lucas 18?
Yes, I think you have to be
I think
18.
you have to be a voter.
Yeah,
Um,
I believe it says that in the handbook. You have to be 18.
yeah,
So why don't we ask Lucas?
yeah. He's going off to college though, so,
Yeah, if he's not around, unless he's staying local, but I
Yeah.
don't know where he's.
I'm
going.
not alone. I'm not around. I'm still on it.
Did someone mention last time too that you have to have a certain number of farmers on? Is that,
there's supposed to be,
Yeah, I don't think it really,
is that like, yeah, I wasn't sure, like, is that,
I think that's what the select board wants.
okay.
But I don't think
It's
it's,
not like something that they like would
Official.
hold you
Yeah.
to and then.
I mean, I think actually the
From-
bylaw reads that way, and the Massachusetts bylaw reads that the community should be made of farmers. If not, then other people can
Okay,
step in as
So
as needed or something like that.
I went to the select board meeting where they were discussing that exact topic. And from what I remember, they said that they prefer, and this is the old select board, not new select board. They
Mhm.
preferred 4 farmers at least on the commission. I
Hmm.
don't think it was written in stone. They just preferred that. So we'd probably have to ask the new council how they feel about it.
yeah, I was just curious where we stand, like, where do we currently stand on that, or if it was something that we
And-
needed to look at?
how do they define a farmer?
Right,
Well,
exactly, because, I mean, yeah,
Because Jessica, you're a farmer, right? And Lenita certainly is.
Then you definitely
You have chickens.
have chickens and I,
That's what I'm saying, like, where's the definition there, you
yeah.
know? I
You,
mean,
you have to fall under a certain tax bracket.
Right.
I raise kids. That count, right?
Yeah.
I know, we were talking about kids as livestock last time, right?
They kind of free range though.
I mean, but like hobby farm, you know? like,
Yeah,
I
hobby,
mean,
yeah. So, I mean, I think it's kind of a gray area
Seems
at
like
best.
it to me, yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, they want people who want to
Yeah,
serve, you know, who want to be on.
Right.
who-
whatever's in the best interest for farming, so.
Right. Okay, oh, so one more thing on that. When I first,
There's
here's
Tom.
Tom. Hi, Tom, can you hear us?
You're muted.
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Okay.
You're all, hey, look at that. What's
Sage,
up?
this is not safe. Don't go off mute. Concentrate on driving.
That's what he said earlier. Tom, what was that picture that just flashed up there? Was that your high school graduation or something?
No work.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a much better picture of me.
Yeah. So we were just talking about who's who on the commission for next year. Looks like Zach will run for chair and Sage as vice chair since he travels so much. What I'm doing this, I just was looking at.
It's an appointment, though,
She's-
not like running. We don't have to advertise, right? I'm not gonna have a
Right.
street sign for these guys in my yard.
Well, you know.
I think we can.
Happy to do it if we need.
Yeah, bring some, awareness.
Get a bullhorn.
I'll go stand at the mobile and with the sign out.
Yeah. Jen has applied to be a full commissioner. Lenita's staying on as an alternate. Angie, Ron, and Dan are staying on. So we have an opening for a full commissioner. Jessica wants to stay as an alternate for now. So we're wondering, Tom, if you would be interested in being a full commissioner. And you can think about it.
I'll think about it. And we can chat separately, but do the responsibilities change? Like what's different?
Not much. You just don't have to get reappointed every year.
Yeah. Right.
Voting rights.
Voting.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do vote a lot.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah, that's fine. Bert, I can send that email that you had reminded me that I'm delinquent on sending, and I can just say, hey, if there's an open spot for commissioner, I'm happy to be considered for that.
oh, okay. Oh, awesome. That'd be awesome. We also thought about, potentially Alex Prifty, who's come to a lot of meetings and been involved, and some others, but if you'd like to do it, that'd be great if you can.
Yeah, he's excellent. I really like him and have been impressed in my discussions with him.
Yep. So, but I know we've talked about your crazy sports schedule.
Yeah, I just may be in the car like Sages more often. But I'm I enjoy everyone on the team and everyone who comes regularly. So I'm happy to help.
Yeah, good. That's great. And when I first heard from Lisa Anderson a month ago or so, it was kind of like, seemed like we had to get our
Yeah.
declare like right away. And I was talking to Doug Moglen just a few days ago, and he said, well, it's, we just want to have it in hand, for appointment season,
Right,
which
right.
is kind of like end
It
of,
took them a while last year.
yeah,
to get-
end of June,
Yeah,
early
they wanted
July.
it for May, that's why. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, because it was the
Yeah.
end of April.
Right.
It's wishful thinking. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, okay, yeah, I think even on this commission one year, it was like August.
Mm.
So, we're just trying to go with it.
I think I got appointed in the
I think
middle.
we were later even for the alternates for Jen and I, right? I mean,
Yeah,
quite late.
for our new boards, commissions and committees handbook, I have to confess that I have not really spent time with it yet.
What I was hoping was in there, and it doesn't seem to be too much, is how to get reimbursement or how to put in anything about, making purchases legally.
Uh,
There's a very tiny little blurb. and
oh,
it
that
doesn't-
should
Yeah.
certainly,
Doesn't really,
that should
explain.
certainly be in
it
there,
doesn't explain it.
because it's very
At
complicated.
least Not that I saw.
Yeah,
So it'd be nice to have that added in a future
Mhm.
edition.
Yep.
My guess is they don't really have it in writing.
It's a fun ride.
Right?
Well, I think it's important too, because
You just
Oh,
went
wait.
silent.
Can't hear you, Tom.
data to whoever,
What's going on?
sorry, you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Now we
you're
do.
kind of breaking up.
Sorry, what I was trying to say is with this taxability issue, which really I've been thinking about, and it's bothered me that the town unilaterally chooses not to reimburse tax.
I don't think
Because-
they legally can.
Well, then we need to provide our volunteers with better information so that they don't get stuck with that amount.
Yes, absolutely.
So that
Yeah.
needs to be in the handbook, like what is the form, where do we have access to it easily? So that anyone who's purchasing on behalf of a commission that, that by right is allowed to do that. There,
Well,
we have that path to provide it to the vendor.
I think moving forward, we shouldn't try to pay out of pocket and get reimbursed. The proper procedure is to get submit a quote.
Yeah.
And then
Get a PO.
get a PO and all that,
Um,
which is why I brought 2 quotes today for
Oh, good.
the water
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
water totes.
But we should also plan for the eventuality that there's not an option for that. Like, how do we have access to this tax form?
Does the tax thing apply to our gift account as well?
I don't think so, because that's not
Maybe-
taxpayer money.
Right, so maybe anything that, we decide to reimburse with
Oh.
comes out of that account.
We're just
instead.
gonna have to do it way in advance.
Great, if we can.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
Yeah, I just come back to, I feel badly for the volunteers that are doing what's right for their commissions. And
yeah,
that,
no, I get it.
that they're, granted, it's a nominal amount in the grand scheme of things, but there should
Yeah.
be at least the availability of the right information. So if they
Yeah.
could provide that, sales and use tax form where it's non-taxable. I mean,
Well,
it
well, it's
really should just be
possible.
something available to the commissioners or alternates.
Aside from our gift account and our budget, is it possible to get like a petty cash account where we could pay people back without having to account for it? I don't know if that's legal or.
They'll never do that because the controls around petty cash are a nightmare. We have that and like at like obviously I work at a very large company and
Yeah.
like petty cash is like the worst and lowest controls issue and the most ripe for theft.
corruption.
Right, right.
All right, point taken.
We actually, when there used to be the tractor rally
Yep.
in spring, people would buy raffle tickets, and there would be cash, and then we would pay the band. And there was technically petty cash left from that, and it was, $10.
That'd probably be enough to pay people's taxes back.
Well, I suppose, could be.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm not a lawyer.
Have to look into
or a
that,
tax
make sure.
Hey, Zach, I was
As a
driving
Sidell
down
financial
91
could be.
earlier today, and I did see one of those metal crates with a plastic bin like abandoned on the side of the highway.
Oh, really? You should have
Really?
grabbed it.
At exit 38, my car's not big enough. I thought about it.
Just drag it behind you.
Like, scrap it.
I could drive down again tomorrow and see if it's there. Bring a little I do have a little trailer, access to a little
Strap
trailer.
up.
I'll try to do that.
That'd be awesome.
You need, is that like a two-person job, or can you get it yourself?
I think they're pretty light,
I don't
actually.
know how heavy they are, but like I'm sure I could muscle.
They're
it.
heavy.
It depends if there's water in it too.
Yeah,
Well, the other thing, I don't know what was actually in it before.
Yeah, that's one of the things I came across. It has to be food grade. A lot of them are not that are out there.
Maybe I'll pop down there and see if it's still there.
Give it a whiff.
Or what's the worst case? You bring it to the I'll bring it to the transfer station and
They would love it, actually. They'd probably use it.
yeah.
yeah. So I'll bring some of these questions to the select board about, the handbook and
Yeah.
paying the bills and,
I mean, maybe there's a separate procedure for that somewhere,
Yeah.
just not in there.
and then so I'll just, as I mentioned, I have to confess, I haven't really spent any time to speak of. The good news is, I mean, it's like 58 pages, but the last half.
Last half is
like
appendices.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the first 6 pages of that is the whole list of all the commissions and
Yeah.
members.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'm very first on there, actually,
yeah,
on the whole
I
list.
think so. I think it's the first, yeah.
I skimmed it.
I mean, there's some parts I kind of skipped over, but
Yeah.
stuff that applied to us, I kind of read through.
Yeah, good. Thank you. So expenses, there's 3 things, we want to vote on. To get them in for this year, and one, Zach, you said you have,
So I was able to get 2 quotes. One is actually from a business and one is from just a person. The one from the business is the most expensive, but it's legit. Might be easier. The other one, and they're from Massachusetts. The other one is just a person and they're from Connecticut. So I don't know about using our tax money across state lines. That could be a problem. I don't know. The difference is like $140.
okay, so what are the 2
So the
total?
most expensive one is $330 for 275-gallon totes delivered to Southwick.
Okay, well, delivery is a good thing.
Yeah, I figured we need to have delivery. And then, the other one is $190 for 2 totes delivered to Southwick.
Oh, also delivered.
Yep.
Okay,
Are they food grade and
Yes, they're both food grade. One of them had, what they had in it. One was like soap or something. Something to be rinsed right out, and the other was like cooking oil or something like that. But it could also be, they're pretty much empty, they just need to have to be cleaned out, rinsed out.
And the one from the business is nothing in it. They're brand new, or
No, they're used, but they're food grade.
Okay.
what's your recommendation, I guess, like of the 2?
yeah,
I hate to say go for the more expensive one, but I think it's probably the most legit one.
yeah,
Um,
and it's in state, you
In
said.
state.
I don't know if that's any kind of an issue, but,
They're in Wales, I think, Mass, which is about an hour.
right. But they're gonna deliver, that's included in the 330?
So
Yeah.
it's $125 each per tote and then $80 delivery fee. It's spelled out here.
Okay.
And they're an actual company, Tiny Moving and Transportation.
I hate to say it, but I feel more comfortable with that one,
Yeah, I do too.
and per your recommendation, you never know, someone could have bought it from someone else and, oh, it was food grade, but it wasn't, and then,
Yeah.
True.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we approve, $330 for, what's the company again?
Tiny's Moving and Transportation.
Tiny's Moving and Transportation for 2 food grade, water tanks or storage tanks.
Yep.
I'll second.
Okay, second, Sage.
I
Paul,
for
I
Tom.
guess we gotta go roll call, Bert Hanson, aye, Jessica, Zach,
Aye.
Angie,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
and Sage. I think
He
Sage already said.
seconded, right?
Then the other things were, for the community garden, and what
Aye.
I do with it, piece of paper. That actually Dan had recommended these,
That was the other email with the picture.
I
Yeah.
did look at those already. I mean,
Yep.
I'm fully supportive. We've talked about this multiple times at prior AgCom meetings. I mean, it seems like it's a need for us and for the community garden,
right,
you
My only
know.
question is, where are we gonna store it? Your house for now?
with the generator?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be.
Okay,
Could be in my house. So it would be at Harbor Freight. There's a generator, a gas powered generator for $229.
there's always coupons there too.
Oh, hold on, and let's just, I hate to be a stickler, but a water pump, not a generator.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, water pump,
I'm sorry.
but it's gas powered, right?
Yeah.
I just don't want like whoever the accountants are, well, why do you need a generator versus a water?
Right. No,
No, it
good
is
point.
water
No,
pump.
it's a gas powered water pump.
Also hoses and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't look at those yet, but we'll
Okay.
obviously need that. And I feel like Dan said there was a pump for like $60,
There might be,
but I haven't been able to
I
find it.
get their coupons, like emails every day. I'm
Oh.
part of their inside track club too, so I get the discount.
Okay, yeah, so I thought we could approve the $229. And
Now,
if
yeah,
If it comes in less, then, we're okay.
now, how do we pay for these things? That's my question.
Yeah, but we have to get,
We get a check written
we get a
out?
check
I
cut.
don't know if they're gonna take a check.
Oh.
Well, it comes back to my comment around the taxability. You know, if we could get the form, we could, as long as they approve it at the amount, we could go and, show the tax form where there's no tax charge. And if it's something smaller, then we can, provide the receipt with the,
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, supposedly, estimates are okay to get a purchase order. So that's essentially what this would be.
Do they pay up front or do they have to get billed?
I think they like to get billed.
Yeah,
Um,
so I don't know how that's gonna work for this either.
Harbor Freight, that doesn't work. At any of these point of sale places, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it really doesn't work.
Doesn't the town have a
20
credit card they use?
I don't think so. I
uh,
think they also have to list them within the town as a vendor,
Right, that's why I wanted to go with this one because I have. his
so they have to
information.
like
Right,
verify their real company.
Yeah.
and-
Can I make a comment?
sure.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. If you choose to use the gentleman out in Wales and Harbor Freight, if they're not already assigned as a vendor within the town hall, you would have to go there physically and get a W-9 form from them. They will not accept electronic W-9s. And I'm going around about this, but it's right now, this is how it is.
Yep.
And my recommendation, Bert, because the PO is going to be generated by the request for payment,
Mhm.
this might be a situation where you're going to have to pay for it up front, bring the invoice, and have Laura do a reimbursement to you directly.
I thought they didn't wanna do that anymore.
Yeah,
There
I
are
thought so too,
situations
but-
where you can't avoid it.
Which I think I'm
Yes.
okay with, but what are you saying? We need the W-9 form for the tax, so the business doesn't charge the person tax.
The W-9 form, what that does, Tom, is it sets them up in the accounting group as a vendor.
So. okay.
Then, once they're signed up as a vendor, then Bert or another signing authority within the Agricultural Commission can then put through a purchase order request, a PO request.
Do you know if there's a way for us to go buy it, but have a Southwick, Massachusetts tax form that says we're exempt?
As of right now, that's not been needed for myself on the EDC because I'm dealing with local vendors. that are in the town. I've brought in a couple of new vendors outside of the area, but for very minuscule amounts for what I purchased from them. But that would be a question that Bert, you could just contact Laura tomorrow and ask her directly. And
I just
Laura
think in
is
the
the
interest of
controller.
time, like if they can provide us a form that we could provide to whoever we're buying from and then seek reimbursement, that's to me, Bert, I don't know if the commission agrees, but that would be the preferred path. You know,
Absolutely. Then it could also be tax-free too.
right? So we're not stuck paying for whatever
Mhm.
the tax is on a $400 bill or a $230 bill, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So Bert, I'm happy to chat with you or whoever the accountant is that we need that, but that should be a form that's easily available within our town that we can share with potential vendors. I mean, even like, look, I've told you, I work at a $60 billion company and I can call my tax group and say, hey, look, I need a form and I can get it within a day. Like if we can't do that in a municipality within Massachusetts, that's a huge problem. I could do it in a gigantic company, you know, like,
Right.
which I'm not going to hold my breath because I know municipalities tend to like hit rock bottom and dig deeper, but you know, like
Well-
there should be a path to do that is my thought.
Right. I'm trying just to get a path to where a vendor out of the area can actually send me electronically a W-9 that can be submitted to the accounting group and have it be approved. Instead, I'm having to get people to send me the original because they do not want anything electronically or a copy of. So it gets a little stickier, Tom. I understand your frustration. I was with Mobil Oil for years and things went a little bit smoother,
Yeah, yeah.
but we are looking at making some headway and making some improvements. One of the requests that I'm looking at bringing it up is to be able to accept a W-9 electronically, especially if it's coming directly from the vendor.
Yeah, yep.
So stay tuned.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for that, Inga, for looking into that. Okay, well, let's, I think as a commission, we should approve the expense and then we
Yeah.
can work out all these logistics.
I
Go
just have
for
a question. When do we
Sure.
have to spend the current budget by?
June 30th.
June 30th, but actually, in reality, it's more like it's a little earlier in June, just because it takes time, you know, for the, you know, paperwork to. So we should be thinking about, within about a month.
Yeah, we really gotta start spending.
Yeah.
I was just looking at we got a lot of money to spend.
I know. So this would be under supplies. We'll get to Farm Day in a minute, but last meeting we approved $240 for some signs for Farm Day that would come out of the Farm Day
Yep.
line item. So. Yeah. Okay, so I'll make a motion that we approve, let's call it $230, up to $230 to get a gasoline operated water pump for the community garden.
I second.
6 seconds, okay. Roll call vote, Bert Hanson, aye. Jessica?
Aye.
Angie,
Aye.
Zach?
Aye.
And Sage,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
Okay, and then a similar motion, these are also something that Dan came up with. They're called post base spikes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it's a kind of a square thing, a
Metal.
4x4 goes, and then a long
Yeah, the little thing goes in the ground.
pointy thing that goes in, and then you bolt
You
the
bolt the 4x4.
4x4 to the base spike.
Keeps them out of the ground
Yeah, so the spikes are 3407
each.
each. And I thought we'd maybe do 12, and there's actually a total of 55 fence posts at the community
We
garden.
just try and do like one side.
Do
this year.
do
Okay.
section by section, right? So we do 12 this year, that would be 40884. And then the 4x4s, you can get 4x4 by 6 feet. I mean, I think for
That's
6
probably,
feet,
yeah, we don't
That's-
really, unless you wanna get 12s and cut them in half,
yeah,
but they're harder to transport.
right. So let's say we go with the 6 feet, those are 908 a piece times 12, that's 108.96. So here, let's see if we can do this in one
Yeah, I think we should,
load. 9 is 18, 17.
we're gonna need hardware too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a motion that we approve up to $525 for post-based base spikes and 4x4s for a section of the community garden fence.
Second,
Okay, roll call vote. Bert Hanson, aye. Jessica Whitmore.
I,
Angie Sloan.
Aye.
Zach Barnett.
Aye.
Tom Jadosh.
I,
Aye. And Sage Fury.
I,
Okay. It's good.
spend some money.
Yeah,
Not yet, but
yeah, yeah,
we gotta figure out how to actually spend it.
yeah. I know.
Like that was Home Depot, right?
But yeah, for the 4x5.
We must have an account with them. I would imagine.
I'll find out. I'm not sure.
I mean, I would imagine.
You
also.
would- How would you not?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I would imagine IBS has them as well,
yeah,
or can get them.
but they tend to be, I haven't seen any of the spikes there. They may have them, but
Yeah, they may not be out in the open.
yeah. And of course, they tend to be more expensive. I mean, it's
It's more
nice.
expensive, but keeps the money in town.
Well, true. It's good to shop local, but
Can I say something?
sure, Ingo, yes, please.
Okay, I've got a really good relationship with Mike, who is the manager over at IBS. He has supported other events that I have posted in the community. My recommendation would be, because they are already approved as a vendor in the town of Southwick. If you would like, Bert, I could offer a personal introduction to Mike to see if
Okay.
they would be able to do any kind of a discount on the items that you need,
Okay,
knowing that it's going to be contributing to the community garden and it's keeping the money local. It's not a bad thing to try and leverage those relationships.
right.
And sometimes they're not more expensive either.
For sure.
so.
No,
Um,
IBS, there's a couple things that we've purchased recently and IBS was less expensive than
I'd
going
rather-
into
I'd rather buy
Westfield.
my plumbing stuff from them any day.
Mhm.
Maybe they could at least match it.
Yeah,
for us.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they would.
Yeah, okay, that'd be
Right,
great.
so-
Yeah, I'd rather keep it in town
Sure,
personally.
for sure.
Right.
Okay, great.
But we're
Because
approved.
that
we voted
that
to
will
approve
partner with
525.
with the master plan objectives too, to really promote the shop local, shop small too.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Good,
Or if we
So, yeah,
only, or if we only get 11, I mean, whatever.
well, right.
Make it work.
That's true. Yeah, so we approve the amounts.
Yeah,
and we
right,
can,
right.
yeah, we can get them,
We can always approve more if we need to, because we have plenty of budget left.
sure. Absolutely. Okay, good. Well, thank you, everyone. That's, we've been talking about some of this stuff a few times, so,
Yeah.
Do you want the quotes? Or the
Yeah.
big quote that
Uh-huh.
we're using?
yep. Yep, okay. Very good. Okay, let's see, some work in progress things. The Historical Society presentation was April 25th. That really
That
went
was
well.
awesome.
It was, it really went well. They do a dinner and then the presentation. So they had like 40 people for the dinner, 30 people for the dinner and 40 or so
Yeah,
for the presentation. Really worked out well. We did, Southwick Farming Past, Present, and Future. Jim Putnam did Past, and he basically told the story of farming in Southwick by Putnam Farm and Blossoming Acres. And then I did Present, and I talked about us and some of the things that are going on, like with agrivoltaics and hydroponic farming and stuff like that. And then Marissa talked about the future with silviculture and various things. So it was
robots.
robotic irrigation, yes, right. So it really went well. We went, I don't know, about 40 minutes plus.
Yeah.
And some good interaction with the crowd. We got some applause.
Mhm.
The food is really
And the
good.
food was really good, that's right. So there's some handouts here, if you want to take, the Mass Grown, that's we've talked about this, a new publication from MDR. There's a sheet, with the history of farming that Angie put together, and then on the back of that is,
There you go.
oh, there's some down there.
Okay.
too. On the back of that is like the MDR
I think I
website,
already have the.
Land for Good, and then we have this, handy, can't see it. Anyway, it's, all the ag fairs in Massachusetts.
What's you?
There are a lot, yeah. The bad news is they don't start till like July.
And then they're
Which-
all the same.
Yeah.
Same weekend.
Yeah, they're all, crammed into like a 4-week period. But anyway, so, Mike Petruska from the Hamden County Improvement League was there,
Mhm.
and he really enjoyed it. He wants to use a past, present, future type of thing for the Farmerama this year at the Big E, so,
Good.
I'm gonna give him our presentation and we'll be working with them to see. Yeah. So that was our first time doing anything like this and pretty good.
How often do they do it? Just once a year?
Once a year, they have that dinner type thing. They have another program coming up May 23rd, I believe it is, with it's their annual meeting, but then a presentation about Amasa Holcomb,
Okay, yeah.
the what do they call him? The Thomas Edison of Southwick or something like that, how things he invented and things he did. And there's a fellow who's going to do a presentation about that. So,
My wife and I were definitely the youngest at the dinner.
oh man, I was even on the younger side.
You were?
But it was fun. It was good. And I was surprised too that it was plated, as they say in the restaurant business. They served it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a buffet type thing.
Yep.
So it was good. Let's see, the community garden, we had a work day on April 28th. Spruced up that area where the sign is. Ron Chikini and Dan Cook plowed down a bunch of invasives. So really opened it up quite a bit. I mean, it doesn't look too great right now, but we can get it cleaned up. And we talked last time about AgCom having our own garden plot.
Yes.
So do we want to do that now? Who would be planting stuff? Who, I don't know, do we need to pay ourselves the $20? I don't think we really do.
I wouldn't take the best spot.
There's
I
one,
guess Bert, you could always say instead of paying, if it's an available spot that no one's claimed for this year,
Right.
then we chose, you know what I mean?
yeah. And actually on the handout, with the list of commission members, there's a map of the garden. I don't know if you can see this online, but we're getting more and more reservations. And on this map, what's number 2 there, right behind the sign, that's available.
Okay.
And that's a little bit out of the way from some of the others that are more in the middle. So I might suggest, number 2. All the ones on the far left there, 1, 6, 11, 15, 19, 22, 25. I'm sort of holding those in reserve. I think we may have talked about, there's a lot of trees
Right.
on that south side. And so those plots get less sunlight
Mhm.
than the rest. So I try to get the best ones to the early
Yeah.
comers, I mean, they're not, those are
Those would be
horrible.
good for like lettuce and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
true.
That doesn't need
Yeah.
as much.
So, I don't know if this needs, did we vote on having I don't think we need to vote on having a garden plot in our own garden.
No, because then we have to show up. I got lots of seeds. I don't know how viable they are, but
Okay,
I certainly donate them.
yeah, so let's do number 2. And that's actually in a no-till area. The neighbors there, number 3 and number 8 is Al Rancho, and number 7 is a person named Lee Hazelton. They've been gardening those plots for 5 years, if not longer. So they're good neighbors. Sage, think you can get your girls down there to help out with the gardening?
I'm completely that age yet, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, okay. See, so for our marketing, we have the website, obviously. Sage has re-engineered our Facebook
Mhm.
page, so it's not tied to our former member Lauren Kenzerski. So that's great. And this is some other stuff, banner, sign, station, those are some other things that we could spend some money on this year. Banners that we might use on the float,
Yeah,
parade, for example. So, Open Farm Day, I don't have a lot of updates. Sage, you did talk to somebody, you talked to Granville Scoop, right? About participating with their ice cream.
I actually have to talk, I have to talk to them, again later on to tell them what details are and stuff, but they're very interested in joining with us on it.
Okay.
I just unfortunately have been traveling between so many states in this 1 week alone. I haven't had a chance to call them.
Right, that's okay. And
Where would they go?
yeah, well, I think Sage and I have talked, so someplace where there wasn't already ice cream, so,
they have a truck, an ice cream truck.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
yeah, some,
Like a ding dong cart?
I don't know if it's a ding dong cart type of thing, but they have a mobile unit of
Like a
some
food
kind.
truck type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe that could be at the Historical Society.
That's a good idea, actually, yeah.
Yeah. And we need to do some specific, mapping out of, in terms of advertising, what the deadlines are for the various publications. Get our co-sponsors in place. I'm planning to come to the EDC next week to officially invite you guys as co-sponsors.
Okay,
And I know you have an idea about having signs at the various registration tables.
actually, we rolled those out at the art show
Oh, okay. Oh, you said you were gonna do that, right?
2 weeks ago. And they're quite large. They're a double of a typical lawn sign. Similar to the size, they're gonna be exactly the same size of the larger Open Farm Day signs that are gonna be at all
Okay.
the port of entries coming into the community.
Yep.
And it's a QR code that says scan me, and it just says Dine Southwick, and it goes directly to my dining guide through the Economic Development Commission. We got a significant amount of hits, and the feedback
Oh, good.
has been very positive.
Nice.
So I know what we were looking at when, from our last AdCom meeting, Marissa was going to have a proof for our marketing piece. Did she deliver anything to you, Bert?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because as soon as I can get my hands on that, then I want to start talking to the sponsors to be able to deliver to you sooner than later what we have for donations that you can then utilize. How do you want to spend those for the advertising with the publications?
Right. Like last year. Yeah, so let's, we do need to do some nitty gritty on this, so our next meeting is May 22nd, so why don't we dedicate that to the Open Farm Day?
Yeah.
Do some homework in the meantime,
Makes sense.
in terms of, we have all those files from last year for the passport and for this, we have the lawn signs, we have, Inga already has the stickers.
Yep.
So. And see, a big thing might be, new or additional, farms. Maybe rays, like rays we never got last year. I don't know if,
Be good to get them.
yeah,
And they already have the greenhouses that people go through anyways.
for sure, yep,
It's stuff to do.
right. So, yeah, so I'll be in touch with folks on that, with our kind of to-do lists and see who can do what.
Okay.
And of course, we have the 75 volunteers. We're using the number 75, you know, we'll see.
My goal is to bring in 25 of those.
Okay. Well, if anyone can do it, Inga, it's you.
So if you get from Marissa Burt, the mock promo piece.
Yep.
Feel free to bring it to the EDC meeting next Wednesday.
Okay,
And I believe what we had communicated at the last meeting was Marissa was just gonna add another critter or something to it.
Mhm.
So we didn't have to recreate the wheel so that we actually can be consistent with our branding.
right.
Because that was such a fun piece and I'm sure people still have some at their homes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanna have them be a little collector's item, you know,
Yeah.
of some kind, you know.
Yep.
That's fun, yeah. The other stuff, all the other stuff is kind of TBD. We don't know about the chapter 61 protocol meetings yet. Might be June 4th, but I haven't actually heard. Animal farmers with grant writing experience TBD. I heard actually recently again from Lynn Blair about starting a hobby farm. And she's been talking to some folks, but hasn't really gotten anywhere. So I'm gonna try CISA and, you know, some others of our contacts to see if they may. I mean, I know that like MDR has they have grants and
Yeah.
stuff for new farmers, you know, so that, you know, there must be some info out there somewhere. Work as secretary roles, finding our way as we go. And we don't have minutes tonight.
Well, actually,
Oh, go ahead.
they
Hey,
do
look.
specify a lot of that in the handbook.
In the handbook, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
That's a good,
Just
thing.
to know. If anyone comes across any grant information at all that we can put on our website, let me know and I'll add it right to our roster as well.
yeah,
So this way, whenever we find information, we don't just lose it.
good idea.
right,
Because
right.
we're keeping track of it on our website lively. So I mean, you just gotta let me know and I'll add it as we go.
Okay, will do. I saw something actually in the Wall Street Journal yesterday, about the Cancer Society wants donations of real estate. And you can,
Interesting.
if you donate the real estate, you can get a tax break of some kind. Now, I'm assuming they're gonna sell it. So they get the money, you know, to support their research and stuff. So I'm not sure that's what we want to really promote.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, I thought it was kind of different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, election day, next Tuesday, and early voting is going on right
Yeah,
now.
my wife voted today, I'm voting tomorrow,
Okay,
because we're not gonna be here next week.
okay. Oh, is next week Disney?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whole family.
Oh, man. Well, yeah.
That'll be good. The kids are gonna love it.
Thanks for the reminder. I'm actually in town.
Good.
Okay, good. Town meeting, May 21st. And then our next meeting with a laser focus on Farm Day will be Wednesday, the 22nd. So. Anybody else have any comments, questions, suggestions? Ooh, 8 o'clock exactly. Look at
Wow.
that.
Perfect timing, Bert.
I know, huh?
Balloons are playing.
Yeah.
7:30.
I'm seeing a good lightning storm above you guys, so you might wanna get
I know.
home.
Yeah, it was hailing. That's why I stepped away. My house had like small hail, so I was like, got to pull my
Yeah.
car in the garage.
Yeah, Cindy said that too, yeah.
We
Wow.
can't have any of that this year.
Yeah, no, it'll ruin your tobacco.
Don't like.
Is your tobacco in?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Good.
It's in the greenhouse,
Mhm.
but Hail's just not.
How many years will insurance pay out before they drop you?
Yeah, it's a good question. Luckily, like last, I mean, a lot of people, last year was the first year in a while, so, but.
I'm
They
gonna
were
say
able-
goodnight to everyone.
Okay, good night,
Inga.
Inga. Thank you
Good
so much.
night.
Thank you so much for
Take
joining.
care.
Good
Thank
night.
you so much
Okay,
again,
bye
as
for
always,
now.
for coming. Take care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, and Tom, I just want you to know, I've been rehearsing all day, so this meeting would be exactly 1 hour. Yeah.
Outstanding. And you
He's trying
nailed
to make a record.
it. You nailed
Oh, man. So, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Zach says second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.
Y'all have a
Appreciate you
good
so
night.
much.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. We'll talk to you
Sage, drive
soon.
safely.
Always.
Good night, Cindy. Thank you.
It's been an hour. so we
Bye,
must
thank
have-
you.
Zach, I'll text you to connect at some point.
Yeah, you gotta get a hold of me before Saturday.
right.
We're leaving Sunday, so,
On a freight train.
on a
Just
jet,
kidding.
on a Boeing,
Yeah, a
actually.
Boeing.
I'm a
Uh-oh.
little scared.
Uh-oh, go Airbus. No, just.
Don't sit near the door.
Did you see the one today? The front landing gear didn't go down?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I went to.
No, where was that?
Uh,